Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning. We've had a frontal boundary pushing southeastward. It's basically a cold front. I know it's drawn in as a warm front here, but south of that low is a cold front, also a cold front here. But anyway, we have that front pushing southeast this morning. We're going to see a strong northeast wind behind it. The winds aren't too bad this morning for most of us. Those winds are going to crank up today. We're talking 15 to 25 mile per hour winds, gusts that could get up to around 35 miles per hour. A couple of clouds coming in from the northwest later today. Not too many, still plenty of sunshine. Overnight tonight, then, is still a few initial clouds out there. The winds will take their time dying down. In fact, they'll still be a touch breezy tomorrow morning right in here. Much lighter winds here tomorrow morning, and it's going to get cold where those winds die down tonight. Tomorrow, winds start to pick back up, especially out west. Western areas will see that southerly wind return, and those areas could see those winds getting up around 15 or so miles per hour, gusts maybe over 20 miles per hour. But again, it's these western areas where they'll have the highest winds. The winds will be still a touch breezy, but not as strong farther to the east. Tomorrow night, the winds will establish themselves mainly out of the south, and they'll stay a little bit breezy overnight. 5 to 15 mile per hour winds. That's going to keep temperatures elevated. So it will be a milder night Friday night to Saturday morning. And Saturday is going to be a windy and warm day ahead of a cold front. That front right there, that front's going to dive southeast during the day on Saturday. It'll already cool off temperatures in northwest Nebraska, but most of us are going to be quite hot on Saturday. Then we'll all cool down Saturday night and Sunday behind that cold front, as we'll show you in just a bit here. So highs today. Again, we've had a cold front pass through most of the area already this morning, so we've got a pretty good range in temperatures today. We'll top out mid-60s around Gordon, upper 60s elsewhere here to the northwest, 70s for a lot of us, and then some low and mid-80s farther south and east. The 90s will be down into northeast Kansas there. Heading into tonight, then, we'll dip back into the 30s and 40s for lows, even some lower 50s. Again, the wind's a little breezier here, even tomorrow morning, so that'll keep temperatures elevated, but where you get into the lighter winds, the longer those winds are lighter, the colder it's going to get. So we could see some lows down into the mid-30s. That's cold enough for some frost to develop in a few spots tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, though, a really nice afternoon. A little breezy, especially out west. Not too bad, though. And temperatures rising back up into the mid to upper 30s or 70s, and maybe a few spots near 80 degrees. You can see some warmer temperatures out west that'll sneak eastward on Saturday. Friday night, a milder night. Most of us in the 50s for lows. That south wind's going to stay a little breezy overnight. So Friday night's going to be a mild night. If you have plans for a high school football game Friday evening, it should be nice and mild out there for that. 40s out west. And then as we jump into your Saturday, check out these temperatures. Most of us are going to be hot. Not everybody, though. Because of that cold front that'll be diving south. In the morning, it'll be right here. In the afternoon, it'll be right here. So it's going to make its way southeastward as the day goes on. But we'll see highs. 70s off to the northwest is not bad there because it comes through so early in the day, but most of us will be mid to upper 80s, low to mid 90s. Hot in southeast Nebraska, and windy to go along with it. Check out the Husker game day forecast. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights undefeated coming in to take on the Huskers. Should be a big game there in Lincoln. 3 o'clock kickoff. I believe it's on Fox Sports 1. Lots of sun, but look at those winds. Southwest winds, 20 to 25, gusts to 40 miles per hour. So not just hot, but windy. It'll be around 93 degrees at kickoff, still around 93 at halftime. That's about 4:30-ish, and the winds will still be strong. And then watch how the winds, southwest winds, turning more west-northwesterly. This is around the time that cold front is passing through at the end of the game, which is about 6:30 in the evening. The cold front comes through just after supper time. So it'll be around 88 degrees at that time, and the winds will turn westerly. Still pretty breezy. But most of us won't see those temperatures drop until Saturday night into Sunday morning. So Sunday's highs, Sunday looks like a really nice day. Highs in the 70s and lower 80s for your Sunday. Not too much wind out there for Sunday. But after that, it's going to come right back up here beyond Sunday as we'll warm back up for most of next week. So Tri-Cities today, windy. Cooler but still warm, above average. Average high today is about 71 or 72. So we're going to be up in the upper 70s today, so down into the 40s tonight. A very nice Friday on the way. Not as much wind, lots of sun, mid to upper 70s. Should be just a gorgeous Friday. And then a milder night Friday night. Very warm, breezy Saturday on the way. The cold front coming through the Tri-Cities probably early afternoon. And then Sunday morning, we're down into the 40s again, so that's a big drop in temperatures right there. Another really nice day on Sunday, and then those temperatures sneaking back up into the 80s. as we go through next week. And it looks like those 80s will be sticking around right into the end of next week. So a very warm week next week outside of Monday. We're going to see plenty of warm weather ahead of us here. Same goes for North Platte. Today, North Platte, not as hot as yesterday's 92. That's about a 19-degree drop today. Lower 70s, maybe mid 70s. A little on the windy side out there for North Platte. Down to 34 tomorrow morning. A very nice day on Friday. A little bit of a breeze out of the south. Windy conditions on Saturday and very warm upper 80s, despite the cold front actually coming through probably around midday. Still going to get up into the upper 80s. Temperatures may drop later in the day. And look at the plummet Saturday night and Sunday morning. That's a 50-degree drop, down to 39 Sunday morning. A very nice day on Sunday. And then those temperatures are working their way right back up into the 80s, near 90 on Mondays. We'll see 80s and near 90 degrees as we head through most of next week. So very warm conditions as we go through next week, and dry as well. And then as we look, so this is the 8 to 14 day outlook. So this starts next Thursday and goes through the following Wednesday, October 16th. So that takes us to the halfway point of October. We are going to keep the above average temperatures going. Keep in mind, by mid-October, our average highs are down in the mid 60s. So we're going to see above average temperatures all throughout the next couple of weeks still. This is not going to change anytime soon, and we are likely to stay on the drier side. I am keeping an eye on this, though, as maybe this is something that could sneak towards us around the 17th, 18th, 19th of the month here. Maybe we start to get a little bit of a moisture chance to return later on towards the third week of October. But not much in store here. As you look at the extended outlooks, this is the European forecast model. There is barely anything to talk about moisture-wise through the next 10 days. We may be looking towards next weekend or even beyond that before we see anything here. Looking at the GFS model, again, doesn't show much in our area. Very dry conditions throughout the next 10 days. So unfortunately, not much moisture to speak of between now and at least probably the middle of the month here. This is the European model when it comes to temperature trends. Let's go back real quick here, actually. There's the cool down today. Heating back up temporarily on Saturday right there, but there's that next cold front coming through. So Sunday cooler, and then we warm right back up. All of next week, that warm weather is going to settle in. Cooler air is going to stay well to our north up in Canada all the way through next weekend. GFS model, again, cooling down today, warming back up on Saturday. A temporary warm up, dropping down Sunday, and then heating right back up most of next week, looking quite warm all the way through the week here with no major changes coming. It doesn't look like there's any big shots of cool air coming through through at least that next Sunday, so that's next weekend. So I want to thank you all for watching. I will talk to you all again on Friday morning. Take care, and God bless.